Hey everybody, Lucas here from AirTech Reviews. Today we're doing a video review on the Vivitar Full HD 1080p Action Cam. Let's get right into the review. Alright, before I get into the video, I'm going to just let you guys know that full name of it is the DVR786HD camera. So if you guys are looking that up online, it might be a little easier to find. But anyways, getting into the video. So this camera is full HD 1080p, which is really nice. It's got a 12 megapixel camera, which is, it's not the greatest, but for a action cam, it's not too bad. That's about what I'm running right now. It's got a 2-inch preview screen, which is also really convenient. It has two mounts that you can actually use for it, but it uses a standard mount, so pretty much any stands or whatever that you're using that has a basic screw hole, I'll kind of show you on the bottom. That's kind of what it is. It's nothing like very specific, so a standard one should fit. And then finally you have a wireless remote, which is really nice. It's just a little like watch type thing that goes on your wrist that you can power it down and switch between camera and video, which is kind of nice. But the only problem is that you can't turn it on from it. I don't know why. You guys can maybe leave in the comments why I can't turn it on from the remote, but I can power it off from the remote. So maybe you guys can give me some insight on that. But anyways, so this camera is pretty nice for what it is. It's only $60, so for those wondering if it is cheap, it is affordable. There is another version of it that has Wi-Fi capabilities. That's about $70. So you can go check that out. I got this from Walmart. You can probably find it in a bunch of other places though. So anyways, obviously it's in its case right now. It's a waterproof case that it actually comes in, so unlike a few action cams, like the one that I got it used, but it did not come with a waterproof case. I have to buy that separately. And same with the camera that I'm using for a screen, because the camera I'm using is just your basic action cam, not really many features to it. But anyways, so pretty much this camera in the waterproof case works really well. These buttons do work. They stick out a little bit, but they work really well, so it's not like you have any delay or any has a problem actually clicking. It does click well and works fine. But nothing really blocking the lens. It still films perfectly fine in the case. It's just the audio quality is a little bit worse, so that's something to keep in mind. And then on the back you obviously have the screen, and I'll kind of get into the details of it after I take it out. But anyways, so I have no fingernails, and this case is really locked in tight, so no water is ever going to get in this thing. So I have to use a little knife to actually open it. And how you open it is you flick this up, and then that kind of unlocks the case for you, so makes it kind of easy to open up. So then once it's opened up, you just flick it. That's the nice thing. All this stuff kind of stays in place too, so it's not like it's going to get really like loose. It'll get loose over time, but not bad. This part I really like because this really stays in place. You can bend it any angle, it'll stay. So that's really nice. Anyways, moving on. So I'm just going to set that over here. Or actually I'll set it like that. So here's the actual camera. I'll just kind of set it right there for you guys real quick. So obviously, I think there's a few colors you can get in. I got it in the red because that's the only color that I saw available to me. But I believe there are more colors if you are looking to personalize. But anyways, it says right on the front, I'll kind of get a good look right there. It says the DVR786HD. So if you're looking for the specific, this very specific camera, I'm sorry, camera. But if you're looking for this specific camera, that's the name of it, and I'll put that in the title and probably the description too. But anyways, I'll kind of get into the features of this little camera. So obviously on the front has the name. It says Full HD digital video camera, so it does have video and just regular still picture. Then on this side you got zoom in and zoom out, or up and down in the menu screen, which is really convenient. Then you got the menu button down there. You got the nice little 2-inch screen, which is not bad at all. It works very well from what I've seen, and I'll kind of show you guys that. On this side you got the micro USB plug-in to charge up the device, and then you got the micro SD card slot in there. On the top you got the power button right here, and then the camera button right here to start recording or take a picture. And then you got the mic spot, which I personally don't like that spot very much, but it's a good spot and works well. But on the bottom, you still do have the screw-in slot, so it's not like it has to be in the case to actually screw into a mount or anything, which is kind of nice. So if you just want to use it as a basic camera, like I personally will, it should work out fine, and that way you won't have a different type of sound inside the case or anything. But anyways, I will show you some basic footage from this in a sec, and I'll kind of do a audio test just so you guys can kind of check it out. But first I'll show you the screen on, which is, first off, to turn it on you just got to hold the power button for a couple seconds. Then it'll beep. As you can see, on a little screen it's kind of hard to tell, but you'll be able to see a lot better. But that's the little screen. I have 3 hours and 52 minutes of recording because I got a much bigger SD card in here than my normal ones. Not very large, but enough. But then there's a bunch of settings that you can go, like movies size. This is a really nice feature. I accidentally clicked the wrong button, but pretty much you can record in 1080p with 30 FPS, 720p with 30 FPS, or 720p with 60 FPS, which it's kind of your decision. And then it has a bunch of other options, which is really nice. On mine, I really don't know how to access those. It's a little bit more complicated. I do know how to access them. I don't know why I said I didn't. They're just a little bit more complicated, and there's not as many features, which is nice. And then to power it off, just gotta turn that off. But anyways, so I will show you video footage of audio tests from the same speaker on both this camera and the actual Vivitar camera. So I'll get into that right now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be playing one right after the other, and I'll be playing 30 seconds of some royalty-free jazz music so you guys can kind of hear all highs and lows. So I'll get right into that. First I'll be playing the Sony action cam, and then I'll be playing the Vivitar. So I'll get right into that. Alright, so here's a quick audio test outside of the case, and then I'll be doing a quick audio test so you guys can kind of hear how it sounds inside. Alright, so here's an audio test inside of the splash-proof case, so you can kind of tell maybe that it sounds a little bit different. It's not too bad, but honestly it sounds much better outside the case as both cameras would sound. But anyways, switching back into my other camera to give you my final thoughts on this product. Alright, so my overall final thought on this product is that it's pretty good for what it is. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, it's not as good as some other cameras that are hundreds and hundreds of dollars that are ridiculous but capture the most sharp image ever. But it's not bad for $60. Like, I honestly don't know any other cameras that are that good for that cheap of price, because I've seen some really like affordable cameras that have the recording capabilities of a potato pretty much. So this isn't that bad for what it is, especially for an action cam. That's really impressive. There is a cheaper version of this that I think is like 40 or 50 bucks, and then there's that one only has 720p, and then there's a more expensive version which has Wi-Fi and a couple other options. But overall, this thing is fantastic, and if you're looking for an action cam that's affordable, I definitely recommend you go pick this up. But anyways, that's about it for this video, guys. If you guys liked it, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.